AEW Dark, December 17, 2019. Not the best episode ever. The ending finished strong. A lot of the matches didn't reach hype. SCU versus Private Party. I don't know why it's a non-title match. SCU won. They had to win. They would have added defense to it. It would have built up to the Bucks match, where the Bucks, I assume, would win on a very important December 18th, 2019 AEW Dynamite. I don't know, maybe they won't since it's in Texas and it's more of the Impact crowd. Private Party SCU match wasn't that good till possibly the end. It was very sloppy. I felt like both teams were tired. Having a Private Party, having a little bit of those, the addiction, bad influence martinis and whatever. Probably screwed up Chris Jericho style. They announced Machiko was going to be in it. She had a very, I don't know, she was like a face, but like she didn't have a good outfit. Her, I don't, it was very distracting to the match, her outfit. Vicky Guerrero was on commentary. It was very interesting that she was on there. She wasn't that great, but she felt like a soccer mom, shipping all the wrestlers with people. It's like who was hot, who was not. Her whole background is she was basically portrayed as a McMahon, except actually portrayed as a heel and not cool. After Eddie Guerrero's death, which is pretty bad. Shaw Guerrero was in Lucha Underground. Her daughter, the Triple the Son. The Son wasn't like the Eddie Guerrero storyline versus Rey Mysterio in WWE. Excalibur was pretty terrible on the mic. He screwed up calling what was going to happen in the match. At least she's not as bad as Taz. Just a reminder, Vicky, Eddie was a Christian. When she's doing all this tripping and all this like X-rated stuff on the show. There's a huge use of the tag ropes. I was wondering if the first match went 22 minutes, but apparently there's just Figure Guerrero stuff. The Bucks having a promo intro. I don't really like that there were so many promos on Dark, which just bogged down the show. They didn't do a be desirable thing. It didn't have to be longer. They could have like split up into different parts. They could do the desirable stuff just put on YouTube. I don't like how it doesn't have anything to do with this episode, but since Saturday Memories mentioned it, I keep forgetting if her name is Emi Sakurai or Emi Sakura, and I don't know why I have this confusion. I felt like the Chris Statlander promo was pretty good. Established that she was an alien, or had an alien theme, like Britt Baker's dentist theme. Very indie-ish. And it made more sense than just calling her an alien and not explaining it. She has a very Samoa Joe style, but she's still very green. She obviously had to win the match because she's facing Britt Baker next week. They can't really get rid of the women's division. UFO, I don't think it's that bad. It's better than the ROH's. Rio's still drying. Maybe she's going to have her wrestle a bunch of rentals. Joey Janela was great on commentary. He was making references to like Jim Cornette saying this was a mud show and talking about Joey Janela's belly and stuff. Jelly belly. Oh, Britt Baker faced Machiko. I forgot who faced Machiko. Has the mandible cross face mandible claw. I guess that was it. I don't know. they had Bea versus the other lady, Statlander. They had the best friends trio versus Pac and Hyper 2. It felt like a very good JPW junior heavyweight match, which AEW should always have in pay per views and whatever. I'd be like, this is hard to book these things when you have to do it weekly. I like an JPW. And it was a solid match. Everybody enjoyed it. Orange Cassidy probably did the most wrestling he ever did in AEW, or at least Sam Memories thinks that way. I think so. I don't know if he's Orange Cassidy mark. Like, Janela was great. Janela sure had mic work before, but he only does it on freaking Dark, apparently now. I don't know. He's enjoyable. He'll be selling his own pay per views opposed to AEW Dark. AEW where he only has like. We probably has only 0 wins, which is not really unholy, but you know what I mean. And that's about it. What are your thoughts on the script?